Sometimes when you want to run an administrative task, you aren't currently logged in with administrative permissions. And most of the time you shouldn't be. Most of the time you should just be running with general user permissions. And so in order to run something with an administrative task, we use sudo, sudo. Let's see how that works. I can say user add create home to create a home directory, and we'll create Shaggy. And it says user add permission denied. Can't lock the Etsy password file. Try again later. That permission denied is telling me that I don't have administrative rights. So in order to do that, we use sudo, which stands for switch user do. So it also I guess its intent is really super user do. So the su command allows you to switch user profile from your current login to somebody else's login if you want to do some testing. For example, programmers used to do that all the time. Su also, if you don't specify what you want to change to, we'll change it to the root permission, the root level system administrator, which is like the administrator in Windows. So it gives you all permissions. So they used to call that super user, SU. They released it for switch user, but people would call it, I'm going to run in super user mode, and so you type in SU and it would change your prompt from something, a $sign to a pound sign, and then you knew you were running with root privileges. So sudo means as the super user do the following command. This is how you can think about it. So if I say sudo user add -- create home Shaggy, spelled it right this time, then boink, no complaints. And if I do an ls of the parent directory, which is home, now I see I got a Mike user home directory and a Scooby user home directory and a Shaggy user home directory. Yay. That's all well and good. So let's say I want to remove Shaggy. Well, let's just say I want to add Shaggy and I'm using a batch script. So let's create a script called testadd.sh. Let that pop up. So over here, #bin/bash, and then we'll say user add -- create home, and I'll use $1, the positional parameter, to specify from the command prompt that I want to add that user. So I'll save that. And over here, change mode +X on testadd.sh. So now if I run testadd.sh and I say I want to create the... Oh, it's already there, so I need to get rid of it. Sudo userdel remove Shaggy. Is that right? Sudo userdel remove Shaggy. Bing! So we get a little message that says, oh, the mail spool is not found, var mail Shaggy. That's okay. That's just an informational error message that says with the -- remove command, we should go through and remove user directories that correspond to Shaggy, like /home/Shaggy, and it gets rid of that. If I do an ls ... I see that the home directory for Shaggy's gone. And it goes out and it tries to delete that var mail directory, which is, if you're using, it's the old system directory for text-based email that old Unix systems used to use. So it tries to clean that up too. It's not found, so it's not a bad error message. We'll look at that in a minute, about how to get rid of that error message. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. So let's try to create Shaggy again. I'll say dot / test add .sh. And Shaggy is the account I want to create. I press enter, and oh right, I get permission denied because user add is a system administrator program. You have to be a system administrator to run it. And I'm just logged in as a regular user. So I need to say sudo or sudo dot / test add.sh Shaggy. And then it runs it just fine. And if I do an ls ... I see that Shaggy home directory is created, so the Shaggy user must be created. I can see that the Shaggy user was created. If I say tail -5, I can look at the last 5 records or lines in the /etc/password file, and that shows me the recently created users, and there's Shaggy. Not a lot of users on my system, so it's easy to just do a tail -5 to see the end of that file. Okay. So maybe that's good enough. Yeah, I don't need to get into. If you're interested in how to remove some of these error messages, you can ask me, or you can look up redirecting the standard error, or ask me to build a little script about it. It's kind of nice being able to see the errors, especially while you're figuring out how to make a script work. At the very end, sometimes you can, once you know that you're done with all the errors, you can redirect the errors to make them go away. Okay, that looks good.